Hey, good day, everyone, and welcome again to Our Black Journey. Today in history, we remember that the Arsenio Hall Show premiered on January 3rd, 1989. The original show ran for 5 years until 1994, and again from 2013 to 2014. While thousands of guests appeared on his show during the original show's run, there was no one like Eddie Murphy. I've attached a clip of one of those appearances. Please enjoy. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Bye.
I don't hate anything about show business. I don't hate it. I love what I do and I love this business. I love it all. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be somewhere like this. Pull a car up! You want carbona wax with that? Wait, very much.
When you're in the position that you're in. When you're in
What time Tony do? That's time for my break, man. I got to go to the dentist. My tooth come out again.
Are you ever gonna do stand-up again? You miss stand-up?
Sometimes I want to do stand-up and I go to the club and I see a lot of comedians and they're so good, it makes me afraid. Like it's kind of, I hear a brother out there now, I know it's laugh. There's a comedian named Damon Wayans who,
Damon's funny, man.
And I want to do comedy. I want to get that bug in you to go do stand-up, but then you go down to the comedy club and you see somebody like Damon doing comedy and you say, I don't think I want to touch the mic again because he's so funny, you know. So I don't know. So one day, maybe eventually. Right now, I got some other stuff to do.
Yeah. Somebody on my staff asked me this, and I never thought about it. They said Eddie is at the top of his field. Who does Eddie go for advice to? Who does Eddie go to for advice when he has problems? Do you have somebody you can talk to when you have problems, even on a personal level?
Just you.
I'm not getting quite the answers I was hoping I'd get tonight, but
Whenever somebody comes and asks me for some advice, I tell them, don't take nobody's advice. You know, because a weird thing happened once. I worked out at a comedy club when I was like 16, and I don't want to say the club's name, but the woman that owned the club, she was like, "Oh, your act is terrible, and you need to change it, and you're never gonna go anywhere." And like 5, 6 years later, I met her daughter. And she was like, "Can you give me some advice? I want to be an actress." I was like, "Don't listen to your mother." Okay. So I don't give advice and I don't take advice because everybody's got a different path that they're going down, you know. And you can tell somebody, make sure you go left, and on their path is just supposed to go right, and they wind up like this. Bring the car forward. What time Tony do? My tooth come out.
As many times as we've talked on television and had interview situations, I've never asked you about Elvis.
What you want to know?
When did that all start? When did the whole love for Elvis begin?
He teases me about Elvis all the time.
But
And
never
says,
on the air. Never.
No, but he says, like, if Elvis was alive now, he said, man, you wouldn't even hang out with Elvis. I said, yes, I wish it, man. Elvis would be in the lobby of your house, like, so man, is Eddie there? And I would be in the room, tell him I'm not here. Hey, what's going on, man? He told me to come over. Oh, I know what's going on. All right. But when I was a kid, see, Elvis Presley to me, it's his presence, I think it is. I don't think anyone in this business has had as much presence as Elvis. I don't think anyone's had as strong a presence. I think there have been entertainers. I think Michael Jackson's the only entertainer who's ever been more famous than him. But I think Elvis has more presence. Like when Elvis walked in the room, everybody just looked at Elvis. You know, when he's on the screen, you looked at Elvis. He just had this thing about him. And he was going through all this stuff with drugs and all this craziness. But on screen and on stage, he always looked like he was in control. You know, and that's amazing because it was this war going on inside this guy. And I'm just fascinated with him, you know.
Do you see similarities in Elvis and Eddie Murphy?
None whatsoever.
Really?
Well, it started off, Elvis is very white. And I'm very black. Elvis is from Memphis, and I've never been to Memphis. And had I gone back then, they probably would have. Elvis, help me! So I don't see any similarities. I just admire his presence, you know.
We had Herbie Hancock here last night who did the music for Harlem Nights, and he talked about what great instinct you have musically. And he talked about what a joy it was working with you and everything.
He said that about my music?
Well, no, he said when he was
You
working...
see that bill? There's a billboard for my album on Sunset, and somebody threw some snot like something on it. I was in a good mood. I was coming here. I said, "Is that snot on my head?" What is that?
It's up there.
They tried to hit it on the face. I guess he bought the album, thought it was a comedy record or something, and heard me out talking about, "Oh, I'm gonna go throw snot on that picture." It landed right, and it's a sad picture because the name of the album is So Happy, and it's a picture that looked very sad on the album. And he threw this snot on my head, and the snot's dripping down. I'm like I knew that snot would wind up on that picture, you know. The expression, the exact expression you would have if some snot was running down your head.
Herbie was talking mostly about how right on your instincts were as far as putting music to the movie. But I was going to ask you about the album. How's it going, and what's the next single coming off of it?
I don't know what the next single is, and the album is going.
No,
But I like
the album's doing well.
The album's doing all right. It's not doing as well as Chunky's album. Your brother Chunky.
No, your album's doing very well.
No, it's doing all right.
Yeah.
Chunky has a song on this album called Stank Breath. Listen for that one, because that's my favorite song on the album. But my album's doing all right. And the next single, I think, is I Got It, written by...
oh, yeah, the one who worked with us on
Nile
Coming to
Rodgers.
America. Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's a bad cut.
Yup. That's just, ooh. Yo, man, I can't wait till it come out.
We'll be right back. Gonna take a commercial. We'll be right back.